We wrestling fans often suspend our disbelief, but is there levels to this? Does it come to a point where it's more belittlement rather than entertainment? This is CJ Styles, and welcome back to Sidenote Suplex. One of the biggest trending stories in the professional wrestling world coming out of WWE is the return of zombies in wrestling. There was many critics of the recent Wrestlemania Backlash Lumberjack match, which featured Damian Priest vs. The Miz. Also featured were not any old Lumberjacks, but zombie Lumberjacks, which were included due to the cross-promotion of new movie Army of the Dead, which features Batista. The New York Post even wrote an article titled, "Zombie Stunt at Wrestlemania Backlash is one of WWE's saddest moments ever." They go on to say, WrestleMania Backlash continued a recent string of WWE pay-per-views filled with great matches and compelling stories, but many will remember this one for the terrible, cheap plug zombies. Thankfully, the actual wrestling was good enough to stop one of the company's worst ideas from truly dragging the show into the muck. Zombie Lumberjacks. Yes, WWE turned the Lumberjacks for the Miz Damian Priest match into zombies as basically a big ad for Dave Bautista's new movie, Army of the Dead, which sponsored the show. Kudos to those two and John Morrison for trying to make the most of this absolute disaster. Priest and Miz even teamed up to fight the zombies at one point. WWE did put the zombies in context by showing a tweet from Batista saying he couldn't make it, but some of my friends will. It all made for one of the worst things WWE has ever done. They even dimmed the lights and filled the Thunderdome video board with spooky house graphics. Somehow the zombies, which arrived from all around the arena and scared the broadcast team away, knew not to enter the ring during the match. Are they telling us something here? Is this something to note for the zombie apocalypse? Does wrestling put the zombies in a trance long enough where you can chop their head off or something? I don't know, that's a separate podcast. First we gotta worry about the aliens that are coming. But like the article says, they made sure to eat the Miz in the middle of the ring following his defeat. WWE even had Priest's bow and arrow routine lead to an ad for the movie after he won. Compromising your creative and product on a pay-per-view that much to promote a movie just leaves a bad taste. Well, New York Post, you're one to talk. Hey, you of all people should know that, business is business. I understand why they did it. I have no problem with that. It's just how they executed it. Why do people do things one week and then forget the next week what they did the previous? WWE is like that person. Did they already forget that they have the capabilities to do a cinematic type match? Don't you think this would have been better executed with a cinematic feel to it? I know the Dirty Heelz just brought this up. Let's go to a quick clip from the recent Dirty Heelz episode where they discussed this more.
Yes, they were promoting the whole Army of the Dead shit, but I thought the zombie shit was dope, though.
You know the only thing I didn't like?
What?
That it wasn't cinematic.
That would have been dope.
I thought maybe if they would have made it cinematic, it would have been a lot better.
Hold on, and let me let y'all know something, man. The zombies actually did their job, man.
Yeah.
They did their job, man. They took ass whoopings instead of giving the ass whoopings. You know what I'm saying? They made it look good. Listen, you may say we're crazy for this, but that was dope. Every match was solid. We didn't know about the whole zombie shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yo, it was dope, though. It was dope, man. You feel me?
It's fucked with it, man.
I fucked with it,
Sorry,
man.
I fucked with it. I was actually kind of hyped.
Yo, I was entertained, man. I like how John Morrison played it off. I like how Damian Priest played it off.
Shout out to the Dirty Heelz, Kings of New York doing their thing. Go like, share, and subscribe their page on YouTube, link down below. Then the New York Post article goes on to state that Miz will be right back on Monday Night Raw after this, and he will have some lame excuse for how he survived. Well, you're wrong on that one, New York Post, because unfortunately, The Miz was injured in that match against Damian Priest. Now let's get into this. I'm nervous that Damian Priest might get some backstage heat. We're going to keep an eye on that. This is out of News18.com. The Miz received the first major injury of his career against Damian Priest at the WrestleMania Backlash pay-per-view, when Priest delivered a kick from the top rope and landed on the former WWE champion. One of his knees got injured. And if you've seen the match, you can see that Damian Priest falls a little short and ends up landing on the knee of Miz. And the way Miz grabbed at his knee, you could instantly tell something was wrong, and it didn't look like it was part of storyline. It looked like it was really bothering him. Wrestling Observer Radio reported that it was his ACL that was torn. Miz could be out of action from anywhere between 6 months to 9 months, as he will need to undergo surgery if the tear in that knee is bad enough. So Damian Priest, he kind of just like fell in an awkward spot there. I think it was just a fluke thing, but you know, again, we'll be keeping an eye on that definitely. Now I gotta get at somebody, gotta give out some smoke. I'm a huge supporter of this guy. He's been doing some of the best work of his career, but MVP, you got some explaining to do, bruh. This article's out of Cage Side Seats. MVP calls fans hypocrites after negative reaction to zombies in WWE. MVP doesn't understand why so many people have a problem with the zombie Lumberjacks. He specifically pointed out that The Undertaker's massive fan base and success show that it's hypocritical to all of a sudden suggest that zombies have no place in wrestling. How dare you bring the God Calloway into this? MVP stated, I think zombies in wrestling are stupid. Also, Undertaker is the best. How dare you? Don't bring that living legend into this. Again, completely different. This is going back to what I was saying. There's levels to this, right? Undertaker is a completely different animal. That isn't some just shit thrown in our lap. MVP, actually, if you don't mind, can you go in the back and go talk to someone about the ridiculous breakup of the Hurt Business? That I didn't forget. Did you forget? Because I didn't forget. Maybe your energy will be better spent figuring out what the hell happened with that. But hey, you know what? WWE gets that last laugh once again. Why? Because a bunch of cash was made on this business, baby. This article's out of PW Mania. Warner Brothers paid WWE a significant amount of money for the promotional tie-in, which was put together by WWE President Nick Khan. Dave Meltzer noted, WWE sources have confirmed Nick Khan brokered the deal for more than $1 million. Hey, quick side note, did you know though that one of these zombies was an Attitude Era star? Article out of eWrestling News. Former WWE superstar Scotty 2 Hotty took to Instagram and revealed that he was one of the zombies in the Lumberjack match at Wrestlemania Backlash. In addition to Scotty 2 Hotty, WWE Performance Center talents Jake Atlas and Joe Gacy, among many others, all played the role of zombies during the pay-per-view event. So what do you think? Do you think the zombies took away from the Wrestlemania Backlash event? Or maybe you thought that people made a bigger deal than was necessary? At the end of the day, it did get people talking, but is all news good news? So now we're moving on to the next event, which looks to be Hell in a Cell, June 20th. Stay tuned to Sidenote Suplex for more WWE news as it breaks.